Okay, let me just talk a little NBA with you, if you don't mind. Last night, LeBron dropped a triple-double on Cleveland, and it was quite a moment for him as well. You know, when he soaked in the thunderous applause when they put up on the scoreboard that he passed Karl Malone for second most points in the history of the NBA. He said he's having the time of his life. Do you believe him when you hear that for a team that's mired in ninth right now in the West, Chris?
You know what? Yes, and I think that he has to have the time of his life because he knows that time is fleeting. So I think, one, the most underrated story in sports is that he passed Karl Malone. Number two, I mean, I can't imagine in baseball if someone was, past number two and was on, a couple years away or whatever. So not to be having triple doubles at this age, to go back to his hometown and do it, I mean, and yes, in a true argument, I would say, well, it hasn't been broken because other guys couldn't come until they were 22 and they played more games. And we can say all of that, but what he has just done is the most incredible thing that we've ever seen. And so he's made up clubs as far as the 40-10-10 club or whatever clubs that he's had. So hopefully he is enjoying it because I tell you what, he hates losing. So it's either going crazy, hating losing, or trying to find that balance, in the rainbow. So he needs to embrace being able to chase some personal goals. But I know it's killing him that, they better play well because they may not even make the play in. So hopefully he is enjoying it while working his ass off to try to make it to the playoffs. Yeah,
there's 10 games to go, and the aforementioned Greg Popovich is the team that can, maybe get in as a 10th seed. They're 2 behind the Pelicans and 3 behind the Lakers, who are currently 9th. I guess it's an open-ended question. Do you think the Lakers have won 2 of 3? They're talking about maybe going on a special run. Who the heck knows? But it doesn't look good at all, right? I mean, what do you think about the Lakers' chances, Chris?
Yeah, I think there's teams we can root for as fans, but I think the great thing about all of the leagues are that it's so competitive. So, I don't know. I think it's going to be tough. Like LeBron had to have a triple-double. They've been winning over all this incredible things that they've had to do to maintain it, and it just seems as if it would be hard to maintain this even though they're trying to move up. So, I would say just as the guy who loves basketball, it doesn't look great for them, but with LeBron and what he's been doing, they always have a chance. But even in the play-on series, and I know people are like anything can happen that way, it's just really hard to fight without this consistency, whether you're them or a great team like Golden State. I just think there's just, so much accountability with officiating now. I think there's so much parity. I think the fans are so smart that you're not going to slip anything over them. And so being that all those eyes are in, anyone has a chance. And, I think that's all they're saying is just let us get to the 8th seed and we can do anything. And hopefully they do because it'll make a great playoff series.
Who's your team in the East? What do you think, Chris?
I'm sorry?
Who's the team in the East if you had to choose one? What do you think?
I think you still got to my favorite team, the team that's most fun to watch, it has to be, to me, it has to be Brooklyn. I really like what with Harden
right.
and the Sixers have there, but I just don't think they have enough scoring. The reason why I really like Brooklyn is because everyone undervalues the Seth Curry trade or the fact that this team got shooters. This team has shooters now. So at the end of the day, remember what we said a few years ago about Philly? They don't have shooters. Well, they still don't have shooters, and they still don't have a bench. And, yes, Embiid is playing great ball and Harden playing great ball, but the reason why it's hard for them to close is because they don't have those closers at the end. And if DeAndre Drummond, if he just plays his role, he doesn't try to post up or go one-on-one, none of that. Just rebound, tip the ball in, and play defense. Then I think, Brooklyn has a chance, but Antetokounmpo and those guys have something to say. But I think Brooklyn definitely is going to be the most fun to watch.
All right, Chris, before I let you go, hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.